No shortage of drama with the NBA playoffs. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Undisputed. I'm Jen Hale here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Good morning, gentlemen.
Yeah, I'm early on that old net pack early this morning. What the hell you doing? You not gonna greet me?
You know what? I just can't take this. It's your day, it's your show, so why don't you just do it by yourself? I've had enough. I'm out. I'm done.
It ain't the
Can't
same.
take it.
It ain't the same without you. I got to give you what you've been giving Goat James and Jokic for the last 6 weeks. I need to give you all this. How y'all doing, everybody out there? You know, he's sulking right now. He gonna try to misdirect you, do the sleight of hand, because he's a magician. He's a magician now. I'm gonna give him credit. He's a magician. He can sleight of hand you to death.
All right.
But I got him today.
I'm going to take it like a man, as opposed to somebody who sits across from me when Lagon blows it.
What right here?
I can't even read what it says.
You can't read what it says.
It's a bunch of garble.
It says Celtics win as KD misfires. You like that column? Can I be a columnist? Can I do what you did?
It reads, Celtics win asked.
No, it doesn't.
Celtics win asked? Who are they asking? They're not asking. Huh? They're not asking, they're telling.
As KD misfires.
Oh, I see.
How you doing today, Skip?
I'm doing, let's do the show. No, I'm not doing it. I'm not going to do it.
We've done this every day for 6 years.
All right, do it. Go, Jen.
Skip, I'm glad you're sticking around. We need you.
Yeah, you don't
because
need
this
me.
is so bizarre. It's so curious.
Bizarre.
As Shannon Stein alludes to this morning, the Nets fell to the Celtics 114-107 last night. Brooklyn finding itself in a 2-0 hole. Series shifts back to New York now. KD, yes, he scored 27 points, but he was held without a field goal in the second half. 0 for 10. What is going on? Boston overcame a 17-point deficit earlier in the game. Shannon, what happened?
Well, what happened is KD and Kyrie didn't show up. Kyrie had a sensational game 1, but for whatever reason, he didn't seem as engaged in game 2 as he needed to be. But this is all about the best player on the planet. Kevin Durant came up small again. Everybody, and Chris Broussard gave us this great stat. In 8 games after a loss, Kevin Durant is averaging 39 points, shooting 50+% shooting. What is 4 of 17? What is 0 of 10 in the second half? And you got the contributions that you needed. You got 16 points from Seth Curry. You got 23 points from Bruce Brown. And you got 18 from Goran Dragic. That's what you needed. You needed the others to do what they did. Okay, they did what they were supposed to do. Now I need my big guns, my heavy artillery men to start firing. And it was misfire after misfire after misfire after misfire. That's not good enough. A 17-point lead, Skip Bayless, you tell me all the time, James, onward, James, bring us home. You had a 7-point lead in the fourth quarter with the best player on the planet, and you get outscored 29-12? And again, I keep telling you, it's because of your defense, Skip. What were they getting? Now, Pritchard hit a step-back 3 to give you the lead, and they never relinquished that. But it was layup. Whoever Seth Curry is guarding, Jaylen Brown, they post him up. Whoever Goran Dragic, whoever Kyrie, Skip, you're small. You're a small team, and you don't play defense. You're trying to outscore everybody. What happens when shots don't fall and the other team is getting layups at the other end? They erase a 17-point deficit. What happens? You have a 7-point lead to start the fourth, at some point in time in the fourth, and it goes away with the swiftness, with the quickness. Your guy came up small again. Now, what we're starting to see is that as great as he is, and Kevin Durant is all-time great, he's been coming up small. And there are far more of these games than you would previously think. Go look back at 5 and 6 when they had a 3-1 lead on Golden State and see what he shot. Go back last year in games 4 and 5 against Milwaukee and see what he shot. This notion, hold on, he has the most unstoppable shot. Nobody can block it. I've seen 2 instances in the first 2 games in which Jason Tatum has blocked Kevin Durant's shot. You saw that too? Okay, I'm glad we're watching the same thing and both of our TVs are functioning properly.
We are not watching.
Yeah, we are. Look, this is what the Celtics are doing. Ime Udoka has played against Kevin Durant. He's coached against him when he was in San Antonio. He was on the same staff as Steve Nash last year, and he coached with him again in the Olympic team. So he has a good idea of how you have to defend Kevin Durant. Now, they're getting really physical up under Kevin Durant. Everybody is challenging him, knowing that I have help behind me, Skip. It's kind of like a cornerback. When he knows he has help over the top, he all up there in press. He's trying to get hands because he's not worried about getting beat over the top because he knows he has the safety help. That's what they're doing. Jaylen Brown, they're crowding him. Jason Tatum, they're crowding. Knowing that Tice, knowing that Al Horford, they're coming. Smart, getting up into him. The only thing that's going to change this series, Skip, the only thing that I can see that's going to change this series, how will the officiating go moving forward? Because if they continue to let them play like this, and they're letting them play for the most part, it's going to be really tough for your team. But your guy came up small again. Now, I'm going to need you. Hold on. You know what? I got something. Before you go, I got a little something I want to show somebody.
Is the show over yet?
No, it's not over
Oh,
just yet.
Really? Don't we have to take a commercial break?
No, we got a commercial break. I told him give us 23 minutes for this first segment.
Really?
23.
And you get them all?
No.
Oh.
I just want to show you one thing. I don't want to show him everything, just a little something. Because how you was doing LeBron James when he missed a couple of shots, we got that DJ.
When he missed a couple of shots?
Oh, here it is.
How about LeBron missing 12 shots?
This is Kevin Durant in the second half. Come on, KD. It's right there for the taking. Y'all got to lead. Come on, KD. You up. You up 7. That's KD right there. That's my. Ooh. Come on, KD. That's one-on-one with Jason Tatum. That's Jason Tatum. Damn. Is that Russell Westbrook? Kevin Durant is turning to Russell Westbrook right before our eyes, missing bricking shots and turning the ball over. He had another 6 last night, Skip. He leading the playoffs in turnovers, but that ain't none of my. Oh no, he tied. He ain't Trey Young. But come on, Skip. Look at this. This 0 for 10. You can't give me one. I guarantee you right now. I go out there right now and get you a basket. I can get you one basket. Now I'm not gonna say I'm gonna shoot a percentage, but I can get you one basket. One. You mean to tell me the guy that's 6'11", 7 foot tall, the most unstoppable, the most efficient, got the heavy pull up, can shoot the 3 mid range, get all. Can't get me one? All of his points came from the free throw line, and he only had 6 points in the fourth quarter. When they absolutely needed him the most, he let them down, Skip Bayless. Your guy, if I had to give him a grade, you already know, he gonna have to repeat this grade. He gonna have to repeat this class. He can't advance to the next grade. He gonna have to stay back one more year. And
he repeated the class last night because he repeated the class off game 1 and he flunked game 2.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep him.
He flunked game 1 and he flunked game 2.
Well, I'm gonna have to keep him.
So he's got to repeat second grade twice.
He got to stay back again.
Yep.
They call it stay back or left back. So you got to leave him back. Skip, go ahead, take off. Do what you do. I want you to defend this, though.
Before I launch on this, I got a quick question.
Okay, I got a quick answer.
I think you do a podcast.
I do.
Right? And you had the great Tracy McGrady on.
Yes.
And Tracy volunteered to you that the most dynamic scoring duo in the history of basketball is right now in the backcourt for the Brooklyn Nets.
Yes.
Didn't he say that?
He said that, KD and Kyrie.
Those two, the most skilled duo in the history of the league as far as shot making and scoring the basketball.
And
right?
D-Wade and LeBron James agreed with it.
And wait, LeBron James, I don't know whatever happened.
It's about to be Kadun.
Really?
KD is about to be Kadun.
I don't know, but Lagon is way gone. Because did they? They didn't even make the playoffs, right? The Lakers didn't make the playoffs?
It's about to be 1, 2, 3 Cancun.
This is the playoffs, but wait a second. Lagon didn't make it.
This the playoffs, and they play like that?
So Lagon immediately pipes up on Twitter because he's got to say, hey, remember me? I'm still on Twitter.
Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Okay, go ahead.
You mean the guy who's won 7 Super Bowls?
He didn't win last year, though.
Yeah, okay. But at least he was in the playoffs last year, and he actually won a playoff game, which is the equivalent of a playoff
what you talking about, KD? What KD do?
Okay, so Lagon did say yes. No lie is told, or something like that.
Right.
So he co-signed on that, right?
Yes.
So he did, and you did not dispute it on your podcast, according to you.
No,
I didn't hear it, but you did not dispute it.
No.
So we are looking at the most dynamic duo in the history of all of basketball. Right here, right now. Correct? So you agree with that?
Yes.
So after all that you trashed this man, you just 24 hours ago, you're saying he and his co-star are the greatest ever.
Yes.
As far as skill set, right?
But Skip, two things can be true. They can be the greatest ever and not show up in this game, and they didn't.
Okay, now it is my turn about an hour and a half into the show. In my life, I have never been more blindsided and shell-shocked by the absolute collapse of one man, like I was by that man last night. I don't even care about Kyrie. I care about Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant was an all-time disaster last night. It's not just this series or those two games. This was all-time, because I have never seen such a great player, widely acknowledged as the best player on the planet, play worse in back-to-back games, but especially in last night's game, than what I just witnessed from Kevin Durant. This series should easily be 2-0 Brooklyn, and it is now 0-2 against Brooklyn because Kevin bleeping Durant was just bleeping Durant. That's all he was just bleeping Durant.
Yeah, he wasn't.
This man managed in 2 games right before our very eyes to combine to go 13 of 41. 13 of 41 from the floor. That's 31.7% for the quote-unquote best player on the planet. Meanwhile, in 2 games, he totaled 12 turnovers. That's Westbrookian. In the second half of the 2 games, he's 7 of 24, which is 29.2%. And he's 1 of 5 from 3 in the combined second halves. And he's a minus 30 in plus-minus in those 2 second halves. 2 games begging to be won by the visiting team. Begging, like on a silver platter for the visiting team. I don't want to hear about the Nets defense because I got